we think about education, we usually focus on the academics, marks, and competitive exams. But in today's fast changing world, are we giving equal importance to child's physical health, emotional well being, and overall development? Can AI make physical education more meaningful? Can sports improve the learning outcomes? And how can schools prepare students for healthier and more balanced future? To help us answer these questions, we are joined by someone who has been working at the intersection of education, sports, science, and AI. He is the founder of Sportal Cooperatives Private Limited and has been actively contributing to National Education Policy 2020 aligned curriculum development and teacher training across India and beyond. Welcome to EduAdvice Podcast and warm welcome to Dr. Gaurav Pant. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you, Monica, and the team EduAdvice for having me here.
Thank you. So let's start. So to begin with, could you briefly tell us, our audience, what Sportal Cooperative does and how it's transforming physical education and sports education in schools across India?
Uh, Sportal Corporate started with an idea in 2013. Uh, Before Sportal Corporate, I was a school teacher teaching physical education. And it was 2008. So I thought what I was doing is similar to what other teachers were doing that time. There was nothing restructured there in schools. So I quit my job and did research PhD in curriculum development. Uh, and we have developed a curriculum for physical education for schools. So cut to 2026, Sportal Corporate basically work in three domains. One is for school education, one is for higher education, one is for professionals. For school education, we are developing sports education, physical education curriculum. Now we are integrating AI and STEM into it to give a better results. For higher education, we are developing curriculum in the field of sports, that is sports management, analytics, esports, physical literacy, and we are developing it with various universities across India. For professionals, we have a certification course which are online and hybrid mode, which again we are doing it with the university so that the credibility of the course remains, you know. And most of the courses were taken by education industry experts who were teaching, learning, or managing something in the field of sports.
Okay.
Since I have been in each end, I've been a teacher in a school, I have been a researcher, I have been a professor in a university. So I know the academic side. And since I'm running a company, I know what the academics is lacking. So Photo Corporate is basically, bridging that gap.
Okay. But is this online or offline? What exactly you all do in this mentioned course? As you mentioned about the professional course, like what exactly? Like what is the curriculum?
Curriculum.
Yeah,
So for school education, what we do, we have our own curriculum. We have prepared curriculum aligned with new education policy of physical education. So we normally ask the school, we can train their teachers. If they want, we can provide our own teachers, our equipment, curriculum, reporting system, everything to them. And these teachers run physical education program for the school. So this is one thing which we do with school. Teachers training is second thing which we provide at school at various level. Uh, Over the year, we have forgotten how we should train. See everything, how a teacher should teach, right? A lot of things have been changed over the year when it comes to teaching methodology. And this has to emerge in present learning process when these teachers are taking degree, right? Since this was not available, now we are training them. So this is what we do with schools. When it comes to universities, again, there is a teachers training program for university teachers. There's a uh, upgradation or upskill program for students who are going to become a teacher or go in the field of sports. And we also help universities and colleges to, you know, upgrade their degree program by, putting what is best for industry, um, for their students when they go and join the industry. So these kind of courses and curriculum we develop with them, and we also help them run these curriculum.
Okay. Okay. So it's about including physical education in all the three domains, like second.
Now, physical education is one domain. We work in sports education sector. See, when we talk about physical education is a very wide area. Uh, if I'm doing degree in physical education, I can become a physical education teacher. Or if I'm doing in coaching diploma or a degree, I'll be a coach. But sports, if you talk about sports, it's a very wide area, right? We have a sports manager, we have sports analytics, we have sports psychologist, biomechanist, sports nutritionist, strength and conditioning trainer. So these in physical education, people will learn the basic about it. But for specialization, they have to go for a degree. So this is for higher education and purpose only. For school education, we have coaching and physical education.
Yeah, but physical education is still treated as a secondary subject in many schools. So, why do you think this mindset needs to be changed, and what are the students missing because of it?
There is something called false binary, to be very honest, marks versus movement. Uh, in reality, physical education, it now in NEP, sports activity is mandatory, right? Everyone has to teach. But in reality, lot of things are missing. Let's say there's a in every school there is only one physical education or two physical education. I'm talking about the masses. I'm not talking about elite schools or good schools in India. But when it comes to masses, there is one physical education teacher, sports teacher is there, which is a requirement of a school by CBSE. Now, normally a school has 1500 students per se. So it is not possible for one teacher to manage 1500 students. And as per new education policy guideline and new NEP guideline, physical education is a mandatory subject. So normally physical education taken classes taken as uh, fun classes, right? But people have forgotten the extract of movement, uh, attention, memory, mood, everything's, collaboration. These things come through this classes. But normally school में होता क्या है? I'm not talking about most of the schools, but there are schools where physical education is taken for granted. अरे PT period है, सब maths हम करा लेते हैं, right? या physical education period है, इसमें तो क्या खिलाना ही होता है. So this myopia, this short-sightedness leads to obesity, leads to lifestyle diseases. एक habit formation नहीं आता. Physical literacy talk about habit formation. If you look into a very casual way, एक बच्चे को आप शुरू से अगर आप एक्टिव रहना सिखाएंगे तो लाइफ टाइम एक्टिव रहेगा. Where school helps a lot, but unfortunately, again, physical education treated as stepmotherly in schools. Stepmotherly treatment milta hai physical education as a subject.
Yeah, rightly
So this
mentioned.
mindset has to be changed.
Yeah, but not just teachers, but even parents believe spending more time on studies leads to better results. So, does research suggest that sports and physical activities are actually improving academic performance?
Thank you for the question. If any parents or teachers who are there listening, uh, there are various research when it comes to physical activity and their academic performance, right? Exercise. So when we do exercise, it increases the flow of blood in our body, especially in the brain area, which release BDNF, which is also known as fertilizers of brain, right? They increase memory function and growth of hippocampus. Now, many studies, if you go online and search, PE does not hurt academics, but it increases the academic performance of an individual. Uh, it When you talk about sports education or physical education or games period, आप ये देखिए गेम्स में बच्चा हारता है, जीतता है, राइट? सो विन लॉसेस, so it gives the balanced state of mind. फेल हो जाने पे, with all due respect, it's a very crucial subject to discuss. फेल हो जाने पे बच्चा डिप्रेशन में चला जाता है, sometimes they also take their life, right? स्पोर्ट्स कैन बी द आंसर फॉर दैट। अगर उन्होंने लॉसेस पहले से देखे हैं, अगर हार पहले से देखी है, so they have a character which balance it. चलो, we always have a next time, which only sports gives you, right? So these things, and these are the research which I'm talking about, given in journals, not making it up. Um, Academic outcomes are increased. Uh, and I'll tell you, one of my research is in yoga and academic anxiety. Because when I was young, I had examination anxiety before board, which every Indian student had. So I did a research, a very big project on academic anxiety. I found out if an individual is physically active, especially with the yoga, sports, at least 45 minutes or 1 hour in a day, they tends to have a normalized anxiety level before exam rather than peaking it up. And anxiety, normal anxiety is, you should have normal anxiety for the examination. That is a result of 1 hour of long, 1 year of training. So these are all research which proves that when it comes to um, physical education, sports, yoga, physical activity, it increases the academic performance, right?
Yeah, even there are researchers which suggest that the cognitive development is directly related to the physical, fitness of the student.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
we shouldn't
But
ignore
there's
that.
a research, even walking can increase your attention span.
Yeah,
A physical activity like walking.
exactly. So we know
Yeah.
that AI is entering the classrooms rapidly. So how do you see this AI improving education beyond coding and computer science, especially in the areas like physical education and students development?
The irony is AI in education is beautiful. Uh, the most advanced may finally take up giving back the most ancient teacher place. Now, the thing is, uh, even the government had enforced AI in schools to the students has to learn AI since I think from third grade onwards, right? I'll talk about the school infra first, and then I'll go to physical education, sports basis. So we don't have so much of AI teachers across India to teach AI from third grade, which has um, no outcome based learning. India में जो education है, that is teacher oriented. If you go to Europe and any other country, it's student oriented, student focused education. India में teacher focused. So when it comes to AI, there is not many teachers who can teach AI from third grade onwards, because system आ गया है, government ने बोल दिया है, but eventually training कहाँ है? When it comes to sports, uh, unfortunately, if you see curriculum, how a sports teacher is produced, they do a BPA degree. So unfortunately, in physical education, generative AI, because it's the least individual can learn, is missing. Um, but what Sportal is doing, we are trying to inculcate STEM and AI into sports education. How it will help a teacher? AI can develop a beautiful lesson plans, right? AI can help uh, identify talent and injuries. There is something called computer vision technology, which will help, which is can be done via mobile camera. Um, Go into a remote area, record a video, put it in computer vision technology app, and it will give you whether skill is good or not, right? So this is how AI will help empowering teachers, especially physical education teachers. Movement सही नहीं हो रहे हैं. अगर if there is a wrong movement, it will lead to injury. AI can help you detect the wrong and right movements of the human body. It can we when chat gpt was we are using chat gpt, so have created a lot of application inside chat gpt, and we have kept it all free. There is a curriculum, there is a nutrition, there is everything there. So this is to help physical education community, where they can access these mobile application or application on the chat gpt for free. So I see AI empowering our teachers rather than replacing it. क्योंकि एआई जाके ग्राउंड में तो सिखाएगा नहीं, सिखाना तो टीचर को ही पड़ेगा, right?
Yeah. So even I had a recent conversation with one of the founder of Data Laika. Even he's working extensively in this field, that is AI in education
We
too.
have a collaboration with data, right?
Okay.
Karunakar,
Yeah,
Karmakar, Karmakar,
Karunakar Reddy.
amazing. Karunakar Reddy, he's an amazing person. He
Yeah.
has developed a beautiful mobile application for assessment of physical education.
Yes, sir. So many students are passionate about sports, but are unsure about the career opportunities beyond becoming an athlete. So, what career opportunities are available after class 12th in sports education, and how can students prepare for them?
Again, amazing question. In the field where everyone wants to be an engineer, sports education comes handy. Abhi, I was born in 90s, right? So when I was in class 12, if you have taken biology, you'll become doctor. If you have taken maths, you'll become engineer. And if you have taken arts, commerce, you will be accountant preparing for CA. If you have taken arts, तो आप नेता बनोगे या नेता बनोगे, right? So four zones. But now things have changed. Absolutely amazing career opportunities, and across India. Um, we have government institutes, we have private institutes as well. We have government supported private institute as well. Now, there is first and foremost is physical education. They can do BPEd degree, MPEd degree, they become a physical education teacher. They qualify NET and do PhD, they become assistant professor, professor, vice chancellor. This is one area which was there when I did my PhD, obviously. Now you have government has started into 2021. Government has launched two courses, that is Bachelor's of Sports Sciences and Bachelor's of Sports Management. These two courses helps to, and masters also helps to prepare sports management people, sports science people. Uh, See, where India lacks is we are not. हम लोग ना गेम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. We celebrate events, cricket World Cup, Olympics, and celebration is for a month, for a week, for days. That's it. The moment celebrations end, you're back to normal life. So the job profile becomes very tough. For example, if somebody has done sports management degree, he will go and take events, he will do participate, organize an event, and after event he's free. Skill set नहीं, right? Degree है, skill set नहीं. Anyway, so now for after 12th, we have bachelor's of sports management, sports analytics, sports biomechanics, sports psychology. That's what I said. These are bachelor degrees. There are sports universities across India opened by state government, private universities coming up. I was reading an article, esports management, which is an untapped market in India. There's a diploma coming up. So there, and now since there is a lot of events, for example, IPL, Pro Kabaddi, Badminton League, Table Tennis League, esports, we require people, we require coaches, we require fitness, what do you call them? Sports psychologist. वो वर्कफोर्स नहीं है, वर्कफोर्स है तो डिग्री वाली है, स्किल्ड नहीं, right? Nobody wants to keep a person who has a degree but not skilled. Even these guys have state sports management degree. If you ask them what is the unit economics, they cannot answer it, right? Unit economics of the project. So uh, anyone who wants to pursue career in the field of sports can search online. There are a lot of courses now, but if you really want to get into it, acquire a skill rather than a degree. With your degree, obviously, because India में degree चलती है. With your degree, you should have a skill set, which is important now,
This
right?
upskilling part is not just relevant for sports, but across the domains, I feel, because we
Yeah,
have so many engineers out there, but they are unemployed because they don't have skills. Like they're not working over these skills. That's the reason they are becoming unemployed. So this upskilling part and getting the skills is not just relevant to the sports domain, I feel.
I agree with that. Since we work in that, so I have an absolute idea,
Yeah.
right? If you ask someone for, I still remember we have a sports manager position available in our company, and we have taken interview. So when I ask how you will manage a player, they don't have an answer for that, and they have a degree in sports management from a very reputed institute. So, which is a basic question: what a sports management guy do or manage player? When they don't have a knowledge how to manage player, so that skill set is mandatory, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Uh, Thank you so much for sharing such a valuable insights. So this conversation reminds us that education is about much more than academic success. It's about preparing students to learn healthier, happier, and more balanced life. To everyone watching, we hope this discussion encourages you to rethink the role of physical education, technology, and holistic learning in shaping the future of our education system. Thank you for joining us on EduAdvice Podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica.